Welcome into the DFS Den. Dave Eddy here, aka Corporal Eddy on Twitter. We're into week 3, and now we're looking at running backs. This is the last video of the slate with games happening tomorrow. Let's talk about cash running backs. I'm starting with David Montgomery going up against the Texans. Bears have been basically allergic to passing, and Monty is currently underpriced, I think. So, I always worry about him losing carries to Herbert. But I think his value and I think his volume puts him squarely in play for cash this week. Then we got to talk about Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette's going to be in probably the slowest game of the week, at least. Both the Bays, Tampa and Green, they're both going to be looking to have a very heavy game here on the ground, I think. And the difference between Tampa Bay and Green Bay is there's only one horse to ride in Tampa. And I think Fournette's likely going to get as many carries as he can handle, which really becomes cash gold. Barring any major changes in Tampa Bay, I think that Fournette right now is a cash lock for me. And we got Joe Mixon going up against the Jets. Volume is king when it comes to running backs, and nobody has more touches through 2 games than Mixon. Bengals have had a tough time protecting both, so wouldn't be surprised if Mixon just continues his league-leading volume. Then we get into MME, and I'll talk about the cash guys real quick again here because they're all in play. I'm going to be shying away from Monty and cash. I just don't know that he's got the upside to 4x the salary. So, probably just with how popular he's going to be, I'd rather just be a fade there. But Fournette and Mixon very much in play because their volume is off the charts almost. Salaries are tough this week. So I really find myself prioritizing, mid and low range wide receivers, more than I am running backs. So that means I'm likely going to be underweight on both of these guys. But given the choice between the two, I do lean Mixon over Fournette just because I don't really see the Bucs scoring a lot of points this week. Jonathan Taylor going up against the Chiefs. I have a hard time justifying paying up for Taylor this week. Just seeing how bad that Colts offense has been. Now, Taylor hasn't been seeing the touches we would expect either. So in a tough salary week, I probably shy away from him. But I would argue that, adding him to your lineup really does flip the script and could give you a more unique build. And, if you're taking, one of the best players in football and that's what's making you a little bit more unique, that's always a good strategy. But this week it's hard to do that one. CMC going up against the Saints. Tough call here this week on CMC. I mean, he's been good this year, but he's not been great. Lack of touches in the passing game is a major concern for me. But, he also could just blow up this week and absolutely break the slate. Same thing with Taylor a little bit. His salary does make playing him tough, but, CMC is obviously a little bit more doable. Austin Ekeler going up against the Jags. Absolute double threat here. Guy's always in consideration. He's one of the few guys that can put up the double bonus of 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving. I think he's, interesting if Allen is out, but I prefer him to play with Allen in. And, especially with Allen out, I would definitely consider him as a stacking partner for Herbert as well. So not often that, I'm advocating for a running back to be a stacking partner. Dalvin Cook going to go up against the Lions. He certainly isn't going to be low owned this week. But even so, I still like him as, some leverage off the passing game in this matchup. I'm likely going to be overweight on Dalvin. Dameon Pierce going up against the Bears. Interesting play this week. Game against the Bears where rushing is probably going to be heavy on both sides of the ball. Good to see Pierce get a sharp increase in snaps and touches last week. I just still don't trust him or this offense enough to really quite go there as of yet. Last guy, Michael Carter going up against the Bengals. Been operating as the lead back for the Jets and has dominated in that passing game. So those are two great things when we're talking DFS. His price tag and under the radar ownership makes him someone that I'm pretty highly interested in this week. So that's kind of what I'm thinking this week at running back. If you have not done so yet, go ahead, pop on over here. Let's try over here and subscribe to the channel for us. Make sure you turn on those notifications for me so that you get an alert every single time a new video comes out, and then drop a like on here. I wish you all the best of luck in week 3. Good luck tomorrow.